Hit-and-run crashes have killed several children across the First Coast, leaving families waiting for closure. And these crashes are something that Florida Highway Patrol says are happening more often. In response, the state has launched a campaign to raise awareness about what to do after an accident. Our Sydney Deshawn is on your side tonight with the proper steps to take. Sydney.
Yeah, there's been so many of these cases, Anthony. Sergeant Dylan Bryan with Florida Highway Patrol tells me it's crucial to report an accident to law enforcement agencies. The consequences can be severe if someone leaves the scene, turning their actions from unintentional to criminal.
Distraction is a huge problem.
It's one of the driving factors behind traffic crashes across the nation. And it's why many have lost their lives on the First Coast, including 8-year-old Lauren Peterson.
I miss her. I wish I could bring her back.
Over the weekend, First Coast News spoke with Lauren's family at a vigil. She was killed in a hit-and-run crash while riding her bike in Lake City.
Members of the Florida Highway Patrol and other traffic safety partners are seeing an increase in hit-and-run crashes in our area.
Sergeant Dylan Bryan with the Florida Highway Patrol hopes to lower these numbers with the Hit-and-Run Awareness Campaign, a movement dedicated to informing drivers on what to do when an accident happens. First, pull over to a safe location. Next, call for help and stay at the scene. It's not just the law, but it could save a life. And remember, always notify law enforcement.
Not all cases, not all traffic crashes require law enforcement response, but the notification is required.
The consequences can be severe if you don't follow these steps.
If you leave the scene, you now have violated Florida statute, and that's a criminal offense. That is a misdemeanor, and you can be arrested for such a charge. And of course, the charge can be elevated as well. It could go all the way up to a felony if serious bodily injury or even a fatality occurred from that crash.
It's a conversation Sergeant Bryan hopes parents can have with their kids.
We have to teach them how to do so safely, whether it's crossing the street, looking both ways, utilizing a sidewalk.
And he hopes drivers will limit their distractions.
Particularly in the early morning hours or in the evening where the sun's going down and it's low visibility, low light conditions.
Now, if you have information on a hit-and-run crash, you can report it by calling star 347 or report it anonymously to Florida Crime Stoppers by calling ***8477. Sydney Deshawn, First Coast News, on your side.